Yeah, he's somebody's player. But you are now an assistant coach with the Miami Heat.
Yes.
You played with another big three. This first team, the Boston Celtics, they had their big three.
Yeah, they're big three.
And Miami got a big three.
Yes.
Supposedly the best players in all the positions. But you end up not, you got to the top.
Yeah.
But you didn't win.
No. The only thing I can say about that is we had our chances. You know, I mean, we had a chance to go up 2-0, had a 15-point lead with 5 minutes to go and couldn't hold it.
What happened?
We just crashed out, didn't finish. Then we went to Dallas and went up 2-1, and then ended up losing 3 games in a row. We just didn't finish. So they proved that they had a better team than us. We had our 3 players, Dwayne, LeBron, and Chris, were great for us all year long in the playoffs. But as you well know, you got to have a well-rounded team. When you look at our Laker team in the 80s, we had probably an all-star at almost every position.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the teams we played against back east, the Philadelphia 76ers, with Julius Erving, Moses Malone, Bobby Jones, they had great teams. The Boston Celtics, Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, they had great teams. You got to have more than 3 players. And hopefully that's what we can work on in the future, to get more players on our team that can take guys like Chris and LeBron over the hump. Dwayne has won championship, but those guys are still, fighting to try to get a championship.
LeBron, supposedly, and I know you can't say very much about this because he's on your team, but he's one of the best players. He's,
Yes.
Some people say he's another Magic Johnson. He can get a triple-double
Yeah.
almost all the time.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, he's hustled, he's falling down, he's putting up the shots. And Chris Bosh supposedly been the Kelvin Garnett on your team. And but did you guys maybe give away too much to not get everything you needed?
Well, those 2 guys, I got to say 3 guys, because Dwayne was a free agent too. Those are the 3 most coveted free agents during the free agent period of last summer. And we were fortunate enough to get all 3 of them. But as you well know, it takes more than 3 men. It's a 5-on-5 game. And even though we had 3 guys who were tops of their position, we still got to have other positions, and you got to have a bench that can take you through the course of an 82-game season and the grind of a playoff, which Dallas did. That's why they won. They had a solid starting 5, and their bench was very solid, and that's why they won the championship.
You had, at one time, you guys had a big center that was super. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
The Shaq.
Yeah, the Shaq attack.
The big cactus. The big diesel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what they call him in Miami. He had 3 or 4 names all the time.
Names. Yeah.
You practiced with him. You helped train him,
Yeah.
preparing and working. What was your feelings of Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille was a marvelous player. I thought he should have done more in his career than what he did. But he had a marvelous career. I think he had about 5 championships. We never would have won in 2006 without him. I know Dwayne had a fantastic playoff, but you got that big man in the middle that people got to guard, or he's going to get a dunk on you. He's over 50-60%, I think, career field goal percent shooter. They had to respect him. Other guys got shots on the team because of him. We wouldn't have won that championship in 2006 if we didn't have Shaquille on our team.
But you had Shaquille on your team, but then you had a backup center, Zoe.
Exactly.
You had him backing you up, Alonzo Mourning.
Exactly. And he was hungry as he could be.
He was hungry.
He had never won a championship, and he saw his opportunity with the team we had of possibility of winning a championship, and he took advantage of it. I remember that 6th game plainly in Dallas. He blocked about 4 shots. He stopped them right at the rim in crucial times of the game that helped us get over the hump. And when you're on the road in the playoffs, you got to have great defense, and that's what Alonzo did for us. He's always been a defensive stopper his whole career, and him and Shaq in the middle, you can't get a better center duo than that in NBA history.
I was amazed at the game because you had all of those great players there, with Dwayne Wade and everybody. And the next year, you guys bombed out.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It's hard to say. Guys didn't come back with the same.
And I know you wasn't playing.
No,
Other players was playing.
They wasn't playing. I wasn't playing. But you're right. I was there, and I didn't see the same level of commitment the year before that they had. In 2006. And it hurt us. When you win a championship, you got a target on your chest the next year. Everybody, you kind of saw things wasn't going to be the same when we got our rings opening night and we played the Chicago Bulls, and they came us and they beat us by 30, 40 points opening night.
Yeah, that was shocking to me.
That was shocking to us all, and it kind of showed. That's how we ran into the season. We were in and out. We made the playoffs that year and ended up losing in the first round. We were one of the few champions. We were champions the year before and then lost in the first round the next year.
That kind of reminds me. I don't think they lost in the first round too. You had a team with Moses Malone, Dr. J, and they had won in
Jones.
Bobby Jones. They had won the championship.
Yeah.
Andrew Toney. They had won the championship with all of those players. And then the next, they went to the Lakers, and Moses said he gonna win 4-4-4. It was just 3 things. He only missed it by 1. And they had this super team.
Yeah.
And the next year they lost. They brought in Charles Barkley, which you would have thought would have been a plus.
I think they lost to New Jersey Nets.
But they traded Daryl Dawkins and some of the other players over there.
Yeah.
And they lost just straight out like that.
Well, those things happen. You don't have sometimes you don't have the same commitment by your players, or you make a couple of changes with other players, and they might change the chemistry a little bit, or you might run into a matchup, which they did. The New Jersey Nets were rolling. I remember that game plainly. They had guys like Buck Williams, Michael Ray Richardson. They had all-stars that could match the Philadelphia 76ers, and they upset them, in the Eastern Conference that year.